Hey Fanatic Tubers, welcome back for another dope top 10 list. Today you're going to need a lot, and I mean a lot, of tissues near you. Because we're handing you a list of our top 10 tearjerker romance anime movies ever created. So, if you're ready to start crying like crazy, watch the video to the end to find out the top 10 romance anime movies that will make you cry. Number 10. Anohana, The Flower We Saw That Day, the movie. And here's a story that just won't stop until you're heartbroken and traumatized. Anohana tells the story of Jinta Hiromi and his friends, or at least what he regards them to be, where one little girl in a group named Menma passes away, causing them to grow apart and go their separate ways. Menma returns to Jinta's life as a ghost, and an older version of herself saying that she can't pass to the afterlife until they fulfill a wish of hers. Jinta, who's been unsuccessful in his school life due to depression, misses Menma and shows some subtle yet pretty obvious romantic emotions towards her. The series of Anohana ends perfectly, but sadly after Jinta and his friends fulfill Menma's wish, and now Menma can peacefully go to heaven. The Anohana movie is an extension to the original tear-shedding series that features the group of friends gathering again and remembering their childhood. You'd expect them to move past Menma's death after what happened, but they don't seem to do that in the healthiest way. But, all in all, if you think the tears you shed watching Anohana's series aren't good enough, you may want to go ahead and watch Anohana's movie. Number 9. Whisper of the Heart. Whisper of the Heart is such a sad yet relatable movie for anyone with a big dream. It tells the story of a 14-year-old girl named Shizuku, who has a passion for riding. One day, Shizuku notices that the boy named Seiji Amisawa frequently checks her library books. Out of curiosity, she starts to look for this boy, who's as fond of books as she is. When she finally finds him, they start to form a heartwarming bond, and she finds out that Seiji also has a dream he wants to achieve. Shizuku finds herself stuck in the tough world of adults, while giving it her all to write and publish her book. Although you won't necessarily get a crazy amount of drama in this one, you'll still get to watch a good realistic romance anime movie that hits you in a relatable, sad way. Number 8. The Princess and the Pilot. Ever heard of the story of a humble pilot who falls in love with a princess, sparking forbidden romance between them in the middle of a war? Yeah, that's basically The Princess and the Pilot. Sounds like a great movie to watch, doesn't it? It actually is. The movie is about a pilot named Charles who's on a mission to escort a pretty princess named Fauna through enemy lines, so she can finally get to meet her betrothed. Along their adventure, there's some forbidden gravitation towards each other, sweet talks on the island, and a realistic ending that shows how the fighter pilot succeeded in his mission and got paid a fortune, but lost the beautiful love of his life. Although this story won't necessarily tickle your romantic nerves and satisfy them with a Hollywood-style happy ending, it will make you realize that not all romances have to end with the duo being together, which is pretty true and sad at the same time. Number 7. Wolf Children. Wolf Children tells the story of a woman named Hana, who falls for a man who can transform into a wolf at any time. They both have 2 children together who are exactly like their father. Sadly, the father gets killed while looking for food for his family. From there, Hana starts her tough journey as a single mother with 2 wolf children. The movie highlights the struggles of the half-wolf kids who try to understand the wolves inside of them, as well as the struggles of their mother trying to raise them in the healthiest way possible after her beloved partner was killed. So definitely give this one a look if you want a trippy yet oddly relatable emotional experience. Number 6. HAL. HAL is not like any animated movie you've seen before. It takes place in a highly advanced society where humans can program robots to act exactly like humans. The movie tells the story of Kurumi, who suffers from severe depression after losing her boyfriend in a tragic plane crash. In an attempt to make her feel better, a scientist invents a robot to replace HAL. This creates a lot of new problems, not only for Kurumi, who starts to have trouble understanding the meaning of being alive and real, but also for HAL's robot, who can't seem to be the ideal replacement for Kurumi's boyfriend. Despite being a tearjerker of an anime movie, the animation is mesmerizing, and just a pleasure to watch, probably one of the greatest out there. So make sure to watch HAL on Blu-ray to get the most out of it. Number 5. Hotorubi no Morie. Hotorubi no Morie proves that you don't need 2+ hours to tell a good romance story. This short, 45-minute movie will give you all you need from a romantic story, probably make you cry, and not even have you spend the whole evening watching it. The story in this movie is displayed in the memories of the main female lead, Hotaru Takegawa, when she was only 6. In the summer, Hotaru gets lost in a forest, where she meets Jin, a forest spirit. Hotaru quickly finds out the sad truth. If she touches this masked spirit, he disappears. The two become close friends, and Hotaru visits him every summer. As they grow older, their friendship turns into pure, unconditional love. This puts their relationship to the test since they can't touch each other. And you know how important that physical connection is in a romantic relationship. This gives us an idea of what love looks like without this one essential part. The story ends tragically when Jin accidentally touches a human kid, so for the first and last time, he asks Hotaru to give him a hug before he goes. Number 4. 5 centimeters per second. Trigger warning before the movie. 5 centimeters per second may well leave you heartbroken due to its realistic, non-utopian romance. This short animated movie tells the story of Takaki Tano and Akari Shinohara, who are classmates and best friends. Unfortunately, Akari moves to another region in Japan, far from where Takaki lives. This doesn't prevent the duo from contacting each other in the most heartwarming way ever, through traditional mail. Takaki finds out that his family decides to move too, so he decides to visit Akari one last time. Later on, Takaki's classmate catches feelings for him, but is too afraid to confess. But none of this matters, because the 3 characters go their separate ways. Akari gets married, and Takaki ends up as a computer programmer who's puzzled and tries to see Akari in the faces of other women. This movie succeeds in showing us the bittersweet side of teenage romance, and it's a cruel reminder that things don't always work the way we want them to. Number 3. I Want to Eat Your Pancreas. No, this is not a movie about cannibalism. It's just a movie that was purposely created to make grown adults sob like babies. The anime movie is all about the love story between a boy who is a bit of a loner and a girl that doesn't have much time left to live. Everything starts when Haruki Shiga finds the diary of the popular girl, Sakura Yamauchi, and learns that she's secretly suffering from a fatal disease in her pancreas, and that she doesn't have much time left to live. Sakura lives like there's no tomorrow, and wants to live a normal high school life, which makes her develop an attraction to Haruki due to his neutral reaction to her fatal disease. There's a big plot twist in I Want to Eat Your Pancreas at the end, which really makes you think about how unpredictable life is. While the animated movie might give you the I've seen this one before feeling at first, once you get introduced to this unique storyline and cute, subtle romance between Sakura and Haruki, your tears won't stop rolling down your cheeks. Number 2. Your Name. One of the things that make Your Name special compared to other anime romance movies is that it tells the classic body swap story, which we don't see that often in romance anime. One day, Mitsuha Miyamizu wakes up, and when she decides to touch herself, she finds out that she has a girl's body. Apparently, she has temporarily swapped bodies with Taki Tachibana, who wakes up and touches himself to find out that he has a boy's body. So they've both waken up in each other's bodies. Both of them learn about each other's lives and bodies and learn to appreciate them. Your Name is not your ordinary sad romance anime movie. Since its romance is told through a unique body-swapping experience, it widens our minds and makes us think how two people can deeply fall in love without actually seeing each other, even if they know more about each other than they ever possibly could had they hadn't swapped bodies, which is definitely a new creative way to tell a romantic story. And that's not to mention the aesthetically pleasing traditional Japanese drawings and animation that I'll always appreciate during the movie. Number 1. A Silent Voice. Our top 10 pick for this list is A Silent Voice, and for a good reason. This masterpiece resonates with you on a truly deep emotional level. It's not only sad, but also tough to watch, especially if you've been a victim of bullying at a certain point in your life. However, you'll have a better perspective of the danger of bullying by the end of this sad movie. The story is about a high schooler named Shoya Ishida who wants to take his own life, when he was bullying the deaf student Shoko Nishimiya, in the most horrible ways possible. Ishida makes fun of her way of reading, and the fact that she can't vocalize like everyone in the class. He even pulls out her hearing aids in front of the whole class, and everyone turns a blind eye to this horrible behavior. Unsurprisingly, this leads to Nishimiya changing schools to avoid this unbearable bullying. Now Ishida is traumatized as an adult by his awful actions towards her, and can't face society anymore. He ends up being bullied himself. Ishida tries his best to learn sign language to better communicate with Nishimiya after what he's done to her. The movie features a lot of things you don't see anywhere else. It's not just about Nishimiya being deaf, or about the victims of bullying, but it also puts the bully themselves under the spotlight, which is interesting and rare in the anime world, and makes us rethink what makes a good person or a bad person. So definitely check this one out if you really want to get in this 2-hour-long emotional roller coaster. That's it for our top 10 picks for the saddest romance anime movies. Did you have any others that we didn't cover in this video? Let your inner otaku out in the comments below, and tell us what sad romance anime movie you think we missed on this list. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope you enjoyed this video as much as we enjoyed making it. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell to get notified of our anime content in the future.